I grew up in Reisterstown, Maryland. I've lived in the same house forever. I even went to the same high school that my dad graduated from, Franklin. That's right, Franklin High School. Nobody in my family can spell, but that's just a common thing we all know.
I was born in Virginia, but when I was 12, we moved to Moscow, Russia. I've lived in California, Colorado, and now North Carolina. So home's really wherever my family is.
I have two older brothers and a younger sister, Bobby, Jimmy, and Gina. And, I grew up the son of a fireman.
My dad has been a principal and my mom's been a Christian school teacher since before I can remember. And I'm from a family of 10. It's never boring.
You race to meet me, bring me back to life.
Right about the time I was 18, I was kind of receiving a lot of different messages about the way I was supposed to live my life. I kind of bought into this deception that if I just put myself in the center of, if I could just make myself happy, if I would just kind of do everything in such a way to, improve my life or increase pleasure, that I would really start to live, that I would really start to have like this amazing life that would really bring me true and lasting happiness and joy and peace. And what I came to find out in the midst of parties and girls and trying to just achieve all my own dreams and success for my future is that I was actually beginning down a road where eventually I was going to just lead to my own destruction. And it wasn't until Thanksgiving 1998 that I really started to see just how kind of dumb I was being. And my dad took me out on the back porch with my brother, and we had this long conversation about kind of where I was headed in the future. And he went on to describe how he was the first man in my family to become a Christian, someone who was following Jesus' way of life and had given up his own dreams and desires and allowed God to kind of dream through him. And as that man, he described himself as an anchor. And he said, guys, I'm an anchor, and I have anchored myself on Christ. And you guys are the links on that chain that are going to come out from me. And he looked at me, and I could tell he was just trying to convey the message to me that, dude, if you continue to go down the path you're going right now, you're going to break the chain. It hit me so deeply, and I was like, he's absolutely right. I'm about to choose the career and go down this road for years and years, and I'm not even considering the path and the way that God may have for me. So for the first time in a long time that night, I kind of opened my heart up to God again and began to pray and ask for wisdom as I considered my future.
I grew up with these amazing parents, and they lived out their faith in a way that it was vibrant and real. And ever since I was little, I heard about the gospel. But the first time I remember it really sinking in was we went to the movie theater, and the typical movie, there's a beautiful princess and she's abducted by an evil villain, and then a handsome prince just happens to come along and hear her sad singing, and they fight each other, and of course the prince wins and they all live happily ever after. Well, coming out of the movie theater, I guess I missed something because I was upset that the bad guy had died. And I turned to my mom, and I remember asking her what happens to people when they die. She explained to me that when people die, they either go to heaven or to hell. And even as a 4-year-old, I could understand that in order to go to heaven, you have to be perfect, like God's perfect. And I knew I wasn't perfect. And she explained that God has this dilemma because he created us and he loves us on one hand, but we turn against him and we sin, and on the other hand, he, as a judge, has to judge our sin, and because of our sin, we deserve death and hell. For years, I didn't think that I had much of a testimony to share with people because I was 4. I didn't get saved from drugs or boys or alcohol or any of that stuff. But then God showed me that the truth of the gospel is just as amazing whether you're 4 or you're 74. And my testimony is that I never had a desire to get mixed up in that stuff because God saved me when I was really young. And He showed me what was really important in life. And I just thank Him that I didn't have to learn everything the hard way.
For years, all I wanted to be was a fireman. I mean, like, for years and years, like, my whole life, that was, like, my only dream and desire, like, my preferred future. I had actually, by the time I was, like, a junior in high school, I had, like, the next 10 years of my life planned out. And I can remember this one occasion I had where something just kind of hit me in my heart, and I just realized I like had this moment where I kind of met with God. And the moment it kind of went like this. I was downstairs right outside my bedroom door, and I just got this kind of like this notion that I wasn't supposed to be a fireman the rest of my life. That in order to really follow Christ, I had to be willing to give up everything. Everything. Even the dreams that I had for my future, the plans that I had made. I felt when Christ invited me to follow Him as His disciple, I felt in those moments that He was literally asking me to give up everything that I had thought was a good idea and to come to Him like a blank slate and to allow Him to remake me, to rebuild me as a man from the ground up, to be like Him. It was an amazing event. I never thought in a million years that God would have asked me to give up my dreams, but He did. And I'm so glad He did, because the life that I live now is so much better than I could have ever built for myself.
To find me, fly to my rescue, and crash through the wall, announce my freedom, bring me to my senses. Your strong arms and carry me home. You're all smiles and silly conversation, as if this sunny day came just for you. You twist your hair, you smile, and you turn your eyes away. Come on, tell me what's right with you. Now it dawns on me, probably everybody's talking, and there's something here I'm supposed to realize. 'Cause your secret's out and the universe laughs at his joke on me. I just caught it in your eyes. It's a beautiful surprise. When did you fall in love with me? Was it out of the blue? 'Cause I swear I never knew it. When did you let your heart run free? Have you been waiting long? fall in love. Make your way over here, sit down by this fool and let's rewind. Come on, let's go back and replay all our scenes. You can point out the hints, the clues, the twists and the smiles this time, all the ones that slipped by me. I bet my face is red and you can hear my heart pounding. Well, I guess it don't matter now that I realize, 'cause baby, I missed it then, but I can surely see it now, right here before my eyes. You're my beautiful surprise.